What's up, wonderful human? Thank you very much for clicking this video. Respect to yourself. Straight out of Africa with good vibes, love, peace, and forgiveness as our message to the world out there. And today's videos, they're a mix of everything. Watch till the end and leave your comments. Much love to you, man. Tell us what you from. Good vibes only. Let's dive in.
On December 2022, hundreds of people gathered around the Sapphire Club in Las Vegas to observe this mysterious luminous object that appears to be stationary just behind the clouds.
Oh my god! I mean, we work here. I've never seen anything like this. You see that? What's above us?
Yeah.
Those lights? Looking up. What the is going on? Fucking UFO!
Whatever this thing is, it appears to be stationary just behind the clouds, and it caught the attention of a lot of people that day. And up until now, nothing similar ever happened until recently in Vietnam, when a group of people observed this mysterious luminous object also hiding behind the clouds. And in the very beginning of the video, you can clearly see that it seems to be pulsating just over here. Check this out.
Cái kìa là bàn tay ấy. Nhìn thấy lạ chứ Hương ơi, có nhấp nháy đúng nhiều cái du thuyền người hành tinh luôn này. Nó có di chuyển á. Ảo thật đấy. Không phải là miền núi được. Rõ ràng là trời không có cái gì luôn, trời đang nhiều mưa bão ở nơi mà. Bàn tay của Phật nó chạm đến. Giết cái tay cổ này. Thằng này.
After some time, it becomes very clear that whatever this thing is, it's hiding behind the clouds. Strange, isn't it? But it gets even stranger. If you observe in the video here, you can clearly see a dark object being quickly ejected from the middle of this phenomena, whatever this is. Pay very close attention. What the heck is that? Check this out. What?
Vài chục. Anh ơi, anh nhìn thấy hiện tượng siêu nhiên chưa? Siêu nhiên kìa.
After some more time, you can clearly see that whatever this thing is, it appears to have these three pillars that no matter what, they are stationary. Do you see that? What is going on here?
Đây, mọi người là cái vệt đang đi rất là chậm. Có những cái vệt ở vào nhà đi con, vào nhà đi.
Oh my god. What are those things? What's happening here? What do they hide from us? Oh, this is the Pope, and is this the Pope? Yeah, it looks to me like the Pope with this clothing and some guy. Oh, wait a minute, this is not just some guy. She looks like some musician I know or I've seen. Oh, actually it is her. Oh my god, this is now scary. Oh my god, what does this mean? Is there something that we don't know that is being prayed there behind the scene? This is now very peculiar. But anyway, much love to all humans. If it's good vibes. Much love to everybody out there. Oh, this is now Kimino. You guys, what do you think about this? Is this just a normal friendship from your looking, or what is this? I don't know. But why does he look like, does he seem happy? You tell me, does this smile look genuine? I don't know, you tell me. You judge and tell me what you think in the comment section. Oh, those driving at southbound off-ramp on the N1 from Pretoria onto Alandale Road. Be careful of this animal. I don't know where that place is. I just mentioned. It sounds like an English people road or something like that. You guys from all over, be careful about this animal. But this animal might just be good vibes. You might be careful. It might be sending too much good vibes. And it's good.
And they're off. Comet taking the early lead over the Flash. Then it's Reflector, Mocha Madness, Tarantula. Reflector up into second now. Mocha Madness. There's Deep Ocean flying up into second place. That very deep blue marble, appropriately named, loses out second place to Reflector as I say that, but it's still Comet out in the lead. Is anybody going to take that outside line? It looks like the Flash does, but that may actually be a slower pathway, it looks like, for him. He's going to lose several spots. Deep Ocean now up into second place. Seeing if he can track down that light blue Comet up ahead as they snake through the S's. Still up front, it is Comet in front of Deep Ocean. Then, getting a lot of pressure from Mocha Madness, that's Reflector, then Tarantula back behind him. Could be Snake's Tub snaking his way up into fourth place. Then the off yellow marble back there is Pollo Loco, a hard right-hander that slows the field down. Now they bunch up. Two of them take the outside line, but, and actually somebody got caught up there. That might have been Snake's Tub getting caught up on the wall. I don't know if he'll be able to dislodge with other marbles coming by him or not, but one competitor possibly beached higher up on this course, but it's a neck and neck and neck race up there at the front. Oh, and actually Comet hits the divider. The attenuator slows him down, and he falls back into third place now into the clutches of Deep Ocean. So it's Reflector out front, and now Tarantula takes the lead. Tarantula is getting right by him. Let's see who takes that upper line. Now Comet does, hoping that'll gain him back some time, but it really doesn't. Still back in fourth place now, Tarantula at the lead in front of Reflector, Deep Ocean, then it's Comet, possibly Dragon's Egg, who made a good move back there. I think that was the color of the marble that we saw. Nearly everybody's taken that high line. And now Comet, just like that, fights back to the lead very quickly. Didn't take long at all. He is back out in front as they go through the tunnel, blasting back out into the light. Tarantula trying to chase him down, banging off the walls. Pollo Loco now into third. The yellow marble that you see there opts to take the higher line along with Tarantula. Where will they slot out? And actually Reflector gets second place because of that.
Max, if using online screens, a high center location on all levels. A species that correlates into panels are directing systems. Now the tracking interference location comes into box, triangle, triangle, box. Box is line calculations to male. That's polarity is high calculations, stream location and setting. Female is a triangulation reset position of programs. So the polarities and set locations and positions of balance is coming into track locations to use human resonance. The correlations of panels and high center location is operating the high calculation to its setting. This is all levels of conscious stream. Now the subtraining line interference is going to change a water containment system into high calculations. It's going to put modifiers and heat signature patterns. This opens all the species in its correlation setting in track locations. All right. So it's about understanding what's happening through their system in this location system of its detection. A high channel's line position to its higher self, to its avatar, to the sim of modification.
PDA autism is having a visceral reaction every single time someone asks you to do something, especially if I was already going to do that thing. The absolute feeling, like the welling up of the rage and the defiance at how dare you be telling me to do something is just insane. And the violence behind it, like the level of aggression that I feel and that I obviously have to hold in because I have learned how to hold that in and not verbally or physically abuse people. It's no wonder children with PDA have got such violent outbursts. My biggest claim to fame is probably the fact that I have learned to hold my tongue and hold in the absolute frustration that I feel at somebody telling me to do something, especially in the work environment. I have got the most amazing boss. I love her to absolute bits and pieces. But the minute that she tries to tell me something that I was already going to do, or that just simply asking me to do anything, and I have to bite back so hard. My sister-in-law's son has PDA and he's really young. He's only like 4, and a lot of the adults in his life struggle to be around him because he hasn't got the control yet to hold back the verbal or the physical like outbursts that occur when he feels under threat from the fight or flight being triggered with his PDA. And so they'll have stories of, oh my gosh, like, you know, he's just unmanageable. He called me an idiot. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I get it. Like, he's so young, he's not going to have any ability to withhold that impulse that he feels, and I can, because I'm an adult. I'm 30 years old, for God's sake. Like, I would certainly hope that I have got some power over my ability now to hold back the physical or the verbal like reaction that I have to my PDA being triggered. And that's what it boils down to, right? The feeling never goes away. We just learn to better manage it. And internalizing it is really, really exhausting. But if the alternative to internalizing it and holding it in is to physically and verbally, be confrontational to the people in my life, then I would much rather hold that in. Does anybody else's PDA manifest in such a violent and aggressive way? Because sometimes when I hear people talking about their PDA, or people just simply talking about the more adverse traits of their autism, I feel like I'm a bad person because I have got aggression and violence behind like my triggers, right? Like I get overstimulated and I immediately hit myself, or I, am in an environment where I am just overwhelmed and I just immediately want to hurt myself. Like, I'm just very, very violent and aggressively geared, and it makes me feel like a bad person. But I don't verbally or physically abuse people. I hold it in.
The man who invented the key to open any lock was a genius. In just a second, look closely. Isn't it amazing? Let's see how this guy made this magical device and what principle he used to open the lock. First, he cut a piece of wire. Then he used a hammer to flatten one end of the wire, about 4 centimeters long. Then he smoothed this part of the wire with a knife. Then he clamped it in a vise. He smoothed the side of the wire, used a round cutter to make 7 or 8 grooves, and used sandpaper to smooth them out. Then he took a used Chinese pen, removed the ink, cut 2 small pieces of plastic from the ink tube, and placed them on the wire. Then he took a ballpoint pen spring, cut it in half, and divided it into 2 pieces. He gave the wire some elasticity by bending it in a vise and breaking it into a U shape. He inserted the other spring and plastic tube and bent the end of the wire at right angles with sharp pliers. This prevented the spring and plastic tube from falling out. He took a small wooden board, made a hole in the center of the board, and glued a small piece of wood to the board. He applied glue to the small piece of wood and then glued the wire to it. When gluing, he held the plastic tube firmly in place. He sprinkled some baking soda and added some super glue. This made him very strong. On the opposite side, he installed an engine. This was an eccentric steering wheel, made from a small piece of wood. He glued it to the engine rotor and glued the small wooden board in this position. He repaired a battery compartment, connected the wires to the engine, and cut one of the wires. He attached a switch to the middle of the wire and glued it in place. Finally, he installed the battery and tied it tightly with a tie. An amazing universal lock opener was ready.
Oh, mysterious antigos. Oh my God! Look at this. Told people, no, this is a big King Kong or what? Oh my God! Who are these guys that are these descendants of people? Oh man! Oh man! Look at, they are just chilling. Oh my God! This guy is so big. Or is this how humans used to look like, and now we are the small humans, and you think this is normal human? I don't know. You tell me, show your thoughts about it. This is crazy. Oh my God. Oh, this is a tall person. Look at this, another one. Oh my God. You see all those videos you have seen, it just shows how interesting and amazing humans are. You see, humans are beautiful and amazing. How they can do crazy stuff, like that guy who invented the lock mechanism of opening stuff. Oh, that is an intelligent guy. Man, humans are so wonderful and beautiful. Like you can take a minute there and thank your creator because you're such a wonderful person. Just take a minute, tell them thank you. Because if you arrive up to this moment, it means they really love you and they have a purpose for you up to this moment. No matter what you're going through, much love to you. They are respected and loved. You see, if you arrive up to this moment, there are still great things that you may be looking up to get. Yeah, don't know. The universe will reward you in some ways if you spread love and good vibes and forgiveness and peace Like, where did these guys go? If people would just spread love with these guys, I don't know. You see, if someone is big like this, that means their head is big and their brain is big and they can live longer. Or am I overthinking stuff? Is it how it is? The big brain can live longer? I don't know. You tell me. If there was good vibes up to this moment, these guys could be and they could tell us the story. They could have the secrets of all this chaos that's going on, the floods, the winds. Oh my god, you see, it's very scary. Oh, look at this woman. Very tall but beautiful. Much love to even those people that were before us. You see? Oh, guys. Oh, if this is really, it really dazzles my mind and wonder, huh, this explains a lot with the footprints you have been seeing in the stores. Oh, what? Look at this cow. Oh my god! Now this is a big cow. A bull. Oh. Oh my god. Such a bull is so big. Oh. Where did those things go? Why have I never seen such things before? Look at these soldiers. Imagine an army of such tall people. These guys, oh my god. With weapons even without. Those are incredible guys, but oh, maybe an army of spreading love. You can imagine. You and I can be. By the way, it's what we are. An army of social good vibes. What do you call it? Good vibes, much love. We are armies of. We are the soldiers of morals and good vibes to everyone. Now look at these videos. Oh, these tall people. Some of them is like even they are vanishing, reappearing. Is that magic? Witchcraft? Which technology is this? Look at this guy.
Also known as eggplant. Let me show you the best way to eat these. Start off by washing and thoroughly drying your eggplant. You don't want any water on your eggplant because you're going to be frying these. I'm using Indian eggplants, and then you're going to cut them into 4 quarters, but make sure the stem stays on. I'm using canola oil to deep fry mine. Turn your wok on to medium-high heat. Let the oil heat up. I like to dredge my eggplants in a little bit of white flour, just plain white flour, to help with the splattering. Be super careful when you're frying these because they do splatter quite a bit. You're going to fry them anywhere from 5 to 8-ish minutes or until the insides are golden brown, just like this. Look at how beautiful those eggplants look. I love the size, they're so cute. In a separate pan, you're gonna add some ghee or some oil. I'd say about 1/4 cup. To that, you're gonna add about 1 or 2 medium onions. This all depends on how much sauce you want, masala. Once your onions are translucent, you're gonna add about 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of ginger and 2 tablespoons of garlic. Let that raw ginger garlic flavor cook out, and then you're gonna add your spices. A teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of ground cumin, a teaspoon of turmeric, some ground coriander, and of course salt. Saute it for a bit and then add about 3 Roma tomatoes. Now you really wanna cook that masala until the oil comes to the top and it has a super rich color to it, just like this. Now you're gonna layer this kind of like lasagna. Put a super thin layer down on the bottom, and then I'm adding my eggplants to the top. I'm spreading the eggplants kind of out so that the masala can really get in between the eggplants. Before you pull your masala off the stove, just try it for spices and flavoring and adjust it to your liking. I personally think that a good masala takes a good 20 to 25 minutes to make. It is low and slow. Spread the masala out evenly over the eggplants, and then you're going to want to add yogurt. Greek yogurt works best for this. Don't whip the yogurt, just spoon it out and lay it on top really carefully. This is going to help to create kind of like a cheese curd type situation here. This is very reminiscent of an eggplant lasagna, if that was a thing. To this, you're going to add some lemon juice. It can be fresh or bottled, just a little bit all across the top. This is going to help the cheese set. I also like to add some crushed chili flakes and some green chilies. Throw it in the oven at 450 until it's golden brown.
People think that the purpose of memory is to remember the past. The purpose of memory is to extract out from the past lessons to structure the future. And so you're done with a memory when you've extracted out the information that you can use to guide yourself properly in the future. So if you have a traumatic memory, for example, that's really obsessing you, if you analyze that memory to the point where you figured out how you put yourself at risk and you can determine how you might avoid that in the future, then the emotion associated with that goes away. So memory has a very pragmatic function. And cultural memory is the same thing, is that we need to extract out stories from our past that structure our future. If you don't have a purpose, let's say, it isn't that your life becomes neutral in a meaningless sense. It's that your life becomes characterized by unbearable suffering, because the baseline condition of life is something like unbearable suffering. And what you have to set against that is a noble and worthwhile purpose. And hopefully your determination of that purpose is buttressed to some degree by the wisdom of the past, because you can't conjure something like that up on your own. And if you provide people with nobility of purpose, then they can tolerate the suffering of existence without becoming entirely corrupted by it.
Okay, what do you think about that school
It's a
of
very
thought?
ancient piece of glass, what they call a Techtite, scientific name for natural glass. When a meteorite impacts, it is going with such a high velocity that it throws up tons and tons of material into the air. Much of it is liquefied, and as it comes back down to the earth, it cools, and that's what creates the moldavite, the green, rough, glassy. And it's always rough, it's never smooth, because as it goes from a molten state and drops down and cools, it shrinks and it creates all that wavy pattern. Well, you'll never get a smooth piece of moldavite. If it is, it's probably fake. You're talking a small group of people on the planet who are aware and conscious of these different crystals and the energies that they give off. It helps them to raise their consciousness and their spirituality, and it has a way of cleansing your energy body.
Oh my god! Oh, now this is one of those hacks that I've been seeing here. Okay, now let's see this. This one looks like a soda. A soft drink. You put the soft drink somewhere up. Oh, wait a minute. How did he do that? How? How is that possible? Is that real? Oh my god. Oh, it's not real. It wasn't real soda. This is how you make such kind of stuff. Oh, this is so interesting. Oh my god. Oh, what's this guy doing? Oh, is this guy a magician or something like that? Oh, why is he doing stuff that doesn't in my mind? No, is this some edited stuff or magic? You guys, please help me to analyze this stuff. Oh, what's up with this guy? Oh, why is this guy tricking me like this? But I don't think those are just tricks. Is that magic? I doubt.
It is a rare sight, and researchers have been lucky to see it multiple times. A white platypus spotted in a northern New South Wales stream. A team of turtle researchers first came across the monotremes by accident in 2021, and they've documented repeated sightings since then. It's thought to be one of only 12 white platypus ever documented since 1803.
This is a beautiful animal, man. You see, you have said animals are good vibes. All animals are good vibes. Just as people, apart from sometimes we stray from the ways of humanity, of sharing love and peace and forgiveness. Out there, you see? Oh, good vibes out there. Much love to you. Respect.